Audiobooks 101, Part 5, The Care and Feeding of Your Narrator. So in the past 4 sessions, we've been learning a bit about self-producing your audiobook. But what if you decide that working with a narrator is the way to go? Let's take a look at the care and feeding of your audiobook narrator. Relational principles. You should look at your narrator as a partner, not just a contractor. Those of us that persist in this business do it because we love being storytellers. We are using your words, but have a passion to tell your story in the best way we can. We are pouring something of ourselves into your story. Embrace this collaboration, and you will get more out of your narrator. Set your expectations and terms up front. By this I mean, number 1, your timeline. When do you want this done? Please hold this goal loosely. Depending on the narrator, they have different production rates. Personally, I have a day job and a family. I can commit honestly to about 2 finished hours of production in a week. If that doesn't work for you, find another narrator who can work in that timeline. But if you're unable to find someone to meet your schedule, your expectations might need adjusting. 2. Production expectations. I'm assuming the audience here in the dojo are mostly going to hire someone who can provide a full package, narrating, editing, and mastering. However, if you plan to have different people handling each function, be clear about this up front. Also, if you are looking for dual narrators instead of one, post the project as such. Dual narration is becoming more common in romance audiobooks, but not all narrators are comfortable with or willing to work on such a project. Be responsive to questions and requests for feedback. Most collaboration platforms, Fiverr is the big exception, allow direct communication between rights holders and narrators. Share your contact info, email at least, and be willing to use Google Docs or Sheets or something else for communication. Prompt responses to questions and review requests keep the production moving smoothly. Be respectful of the narrator's time and expertise. The person you're hiring to narrate your book brings expertise in storytelling, character building, and production, unless they are wildly off the mark. For example, your burly Viking sounds like RuPaul. Let your narrator create the character voices. There's some give and take here, and please do provide your input, but also trust your narrator as a professional artist. Don't pester. We know this book is your baby, a part of your soul. We also accept that as narrators, we do need to be accountable. If I commit to 2 hours a week, by the end of each week, there should be 2 more hours in the review folder. But midweek, how's it going? And can you go any faster? Messages are not welcome. Again, how do you like to be treated by editors or publishers? Extend the same courtesy to your narrator. So, relationally, treat your narrator as a trusted collaborator. Doing so puts the production on a solid footing. Practical considerations. Only submit complete, edited, and final book scripts. Surprisingly, this was the #1 comment I got when polling fellow narrators. In the age of AI and easy, editorless self-publishing, it's not unusual to receive scripts that are difficult to read. If you're not working with an editor, hire one, please. This will also benefit the print and electronic version of your book. Also, don't try to kick off audiobook production and then expect to make big script changes mid-production. Your script should be finalized and locked in stone. Enough said. Write for audio production. Audio is different from text. Some things that work well on the page don't translate perfectly to audio. Small tweaks like clarifying who's speaking in dialogue-heavy sections can make a huge difference in the listener's experience. Check out the Writer Dojo episode from January 26, 2022. Larry and Steve go into this concept in depth. The link is below. Provide a character and pronunciation guide. If the book has unique names, foreign words, or industry-specific jargon, a quick guide or even voice recordings saves a ton of back and forth. Especially in fantasy and sci-fi scripts, there's no resource we have that lets us know how to pronounce Princess What's-Her-Name's name. Please share that with us. For characters, let us know what kind of dialect or accent they have, personality, or anything else that helps us give depth to their particular voice. We do prep the books, but a cheat sheet from the author is a huge help. As an example, I did a book where, about 2/3 of the way in, the script mentioned that a particular character had a deep Southern accent. I missed that in my read through and ended up having to re record a lot of dialogue. Not fun. When you post an audition sample, choose a part of the book that has action, dialogue, or both that exemplifies what the book is about. That will give you the best chance to see if the voice actors you audition are a good fit for your book. If I was posting MHI for an audiobook, I'd probably choose the first claustrophobic encounter with a vampire on the abandoned ship. In that scene, there's action, dialogue, and atmosphere that a potential VO must nail if they are to do the entire book justice. Pick a high point from the first act of your story and see how they do. So, for the practical side, garbage in, garbage out is a good summary statement. If your book is good and ready to publish, it's ready for audiobook production. So, questions, comments, rude noises? Comment below. Thanks for listening, and remember, keep your voice healthy and check your levels.